Alhamdulillah, Rasulullah. First of all, I'll ask you about what is the title of my talk. That's your title, not my title. I didn't make the title of the talk. You made it. But I always make the title of my talk. I need three answers very quickly because I have no time. Yes, first answer? Yes?
What was the question?
What is the title of my talk? She said a title. That's her talk, not my talk. Serious, I'm serious. I'm talking with people who think that they're going to be leaders for the future. Leader has to use this. What is the title of my talk? I'm becoming angry now because we're wasting time. Yes, go on.
You and your Lord.
You and your Lord. This is her title, not my title. Okay?
Does Islam promote multiculturalism?
Does Islam promote multiculturalism? Could be. Yes? No? Come on, stand up and speak up. Speak loud. I'm not joking. Yes?
Do you know your Lord?
You know Lord, that's her title, not my title. That's your title. It's gone. Look at me. What's the title of my talk?
Honestly, I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know. Very honest answer. Very good. What is the title of my talk is what you need to think about it. Why I'm here for. The title of my talk is I'm not going to be a painkiller or a sleeping tablets or a tranquilizer or anesthetic drug to make you feel happy, and when you go out you get nothing from me. I'm not going to be a sleeping tablet or a sleeping pill. That's right. Or a painkiller. The speaker who comes to give you a sleeping tablet to be happy. Then you go with the history. It's good for the history. For the people who made the history, not for you. Because we need to create the history of the generation to come after us. Stop talking about the history. Talk about what you can do for the Ummah. And start talking about the definition of the Ummah. Is only Muslims? Wrong. You have to serve. If you claim to be a leader, you have to serve inclusively everyone in the society. Everyone, everywhere. Know how. They like you, no matter if they like you or not. Don't talk about the Ummah is Muslims, the Ummah is Sufi, the Ummah is Tablighi, the Ummah is Jama'at Islami. This is our misunderstanding what do we mean by Islam. We reduce Islam as a global mission, as a global vision, as a global strategic thinking for humanity to become our own Islam. The Pakistani Islam, the Arab Islam, the Jama'at Islami Islam, the Sufi Islam, the Salafi Islam, which is waste of time. All these together represent Islam. Nobody can claim that they represent Islam only. They interpret Islam the way they understand at their locality, with their understanding, with their knowledge. Islam is more than all of us as a religion. You want to become leaders? You have to be inclusively inviting every and each one in the Ummah which you represent. The next door neighbor of the Prophet ﷺ was the Jew. And the Prophet ﷺ was treating him in the best manner of the teacher, of the leader, of... You want to become a leader? Say yes. You must become a servant. Leader is a waste of time terminology. It's a very arrogant terminology. Who are you to lead? But who am I to be accepted to become a servant? Can you become a servant? It's not her who will be promoted in becoming a servant. It is the community should accept you as a servant. The people who ask you to become leaders are not giving a good tarbiyah to you. It's wrong. We always go wrong. Let us become servants. Let us go down and clean the toilet from inside. Can you do that? Can you do that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, وَتُعْمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا. Feed out of love. Out of love. Whom? The miskin, the needy, the orphan, and the prisoners of war who are your enemy. I kept saying this statement many times when Lord Carey, Lord of Canterbury, stopped me mentioning it. Said, are you sure, honey, that your Lord said out of love? I said, yes, he said it. So you feed your enemy out of love. The one who comes to wanted to kill you, to torture you, to rape your daughter, your family, whatever it is. And because he is in the prison as a hostage, you have to treat him and feed him out of love, not out of job description. And this is when you come a servant. You want to become a leader like Gaddafi, like Hosni Mubarak? Become a leader like them. But you want to become a servant like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like Jesus alayhi salam, like Moses alayhi salam. They never called themselves leaders. They were servants. They were community workers. They were helpers. Change the philosophy of your thinking before you think that you can lead the community, or the community will ask you to lead them. And look at the ummah as inclusive ummah. You have to cater for everybody, no matter his religion or her religion, his color or their color. Don't live in the ghetto of our organizations, the ghetto of our villages, the ghetto of our societies. It's not the ghetto of Islam. Prophet ﷺ, when he was in Mecca, everybody was tortured. He was talking about humanity globally. He was not talking about Mecca. He was not talking about the Arabs. Isn't it? He was not talking about Quraysh or his family. He did not have a ghetto mentality. We have a ghetto mentality. You can't become a servant if you have a ghetto mentality. I will stress that each and every one of us in this room should not leave before he think or she think that she would like to be accepted as a servant of the community. If you don't call yourself a servant, you will never lead a community. You will never ever, and I'm challenging each and every one of us in this room today. Being accepted as a servant by the community, that there's a trust from the community to you. Okay, there's respect from the community to you. And there's openness from the community to you and your thoughts. If you want to become a leader and give a talk and whatever it is, be it. Short-lived, I don't like it. This is not my talk. This is not my title. It's not your title as well. I am not what? I am not a sleeping tablet. Not painkiller. But maybe I am the killing whale. Or the killer whale. There's somebody called Babar Ahmad. I'm not going to ask you what you have done for him. But a servant has to respond to his cause. Otherwise, you have the same fate. There's somebody called EDL. I don't know what EDL means. It's not my cup of tea. I don't drink it. Okay? What you have to do, and instead of being distracted by the shouting, you be focusing on the delivery of your product to the greater community. They come and say something about you, you bond, you connect, huh? You advocate, you bring the whole community together. Could be people become like a virus nowadays. The strong body who can knock out any virus that infiltrate the tissue because they have a strong immune mechanism. You have a coalition with churches, with synagogues, with temples, with every community center. We are the people of Britain. We do not want to be having viruses growing at our backyard without being distracted by their action. Focus on the delivery of your product. Focus on the delivery of your product to serve the greater community. I mean it, I'm not joking. Somebody shout at you, وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا, when the ignorant one shout at you and say, peace be upon you, I have no time for you, I'm going to deliver. Peace be upon you, I have no time for you, I'm going to deliver. When you deliver, the whole community will rally around you. Or the whole ummah will rally around you, because the ummah here is everybody in the city. It's not a joke. Don't ever waste your time with anybody who can park. Park or park? What do you call it? Don't waste your time. Focus. Don't become hot-headed. Once you become hot-headed, you will never think objectively. Look at me now. I don't hear. I don't see. Because I'm emotionally disturbed. See? I don't think. Cool. Cool, think, produce, deliver. Prophet ﷺ never was hot-headed, isn't it? Not even Prophet Isa alayhi salam. Is that right? Musa was angry alayhi salam, but he repented twice, killing the Egyptian, the first Egyptian. Okay? And they were going to kill the second Egyptian. Okay? But he became back to logic. So when we look at it, we are serving the Ummah in Birmingham exclusively. Every Ummah in Birmingham or in the UK or in Europe is everyone. How can you convince the people living with you that you are the best in the community? By excluding them? By living in your ghettos? Or by being inclusive and considering them that they are brothers and sisters in humanity? Okay? What's my role? What's your role? Just tell me. What's your role? Anybody stand up? No much time to be wasted. Stand up, sisters. What's your role?
Student.
You failed. I'm not joking. I'm not laughing. She failed badly. What is your role? Sorry? To become. But the role is what the servant can do. What is your role? Stand up and speak up. I'm not talking to chicken.
To serve.
This is supposed to be a leadership program and nobody speak up? Stand up. Yes, stand up. Come on, stand up. To serve is very broad. I want you to identify your role. What are you going to do for the community as an individual? This is your role. You can't live on this planet without having a role to play. Forget it. Nobody will do it for you.
Obey Allah and obey His Messenger.
Obey Allah and obey His Messenger is personal. Okay? But your community role is different. Because once you obey Allah, it becomes a personal matter. Fine. You have to reflect your personal matter to the community. We have to change our faith and belief into community action. And the community action will be a deliverable product to serve the community, to serve the Ummah inclusively. When I say Ummah nowadays with my new definition is everyone living with us. Yes, sisters, stand up and speak up.
In my town, to kind of have a place where the youth can come, all different youths from different religions, and kind of like somewhere where they can hang out rather than being on the streets or in the parks or something like that.
So she's talking about training youth. Very good. inclusively with everyone and each one. This is a role. Special role. Anybody else? With a special role. Because when you leave this room, tomorrow, each one in this room must have a role to play. Otherwise, you will never become servants. You have to focus objectively on delivering the product you produce to community. When I say community, every and each one. Every and each one. Prophet Muhammad was not sent to the Arabs, as I mentioned before. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have sent you mercy for every creation of God. For all the worlds of God. Angels, genie, trees, planets. Do we think about the climate? Have we ever thought about pollution? Have we ever thought about the rise of the global rise of, what do you call it? The global rise of temperature, what do you call it? Global warming, because you have got better terminology than myself. What's that to do with the community? It's your personal matter. Our brothers are going to be killed in Palestine. Fine, good. Go and support them globally, but you have to look at your house. And fire as well. You have to look at your neighborhood. You have to be good that people can look after you. Or can follow you. Or can be with you. Very serious issue. We are facing very serious issues and we have to find a role for ourselves. How can we build civilization? We'll build it now. Do you believe that you can build it now? Idea. But she or he will focus on building the idea at the back of his or her mind. The idea does not let you sleep. It drives you forward because you believe in it. You believe in this idea. Once you believe in it strongly, you go out and talk to few sisters or few sisters and brothers together to talk about what to do together. So you can change your idea into a small project. Easy, you can do that, huh? You can make a project. If you are in London, Tower Hamlet is there. If you are in Birmingham, Small East is there. If you are in Bradford, go on.
I'm not from Bradford.
Save me, Bradford.
The whole of Bradford.
If you are in Manchester, any area.
Longside.
Huh?
Moss side.
Russia.
Oh, if you are in Glasgow, very good. So a small project. Test your idea with a group of people who believes in it with you. Who believes, you know the word believe? It has to come from here to drive that. So between the link between the mind and the heart should be very strong and clear. And believing objectively in the idea. It's not a joke. Time will not let us to have the luxury of making or cracking jokes. Because it's not my talk, it's your talk. Sorry, I used to. So we change our idea into a project. And we test the project in the neighborhood. Okay? Then a few years down the road, we become more organized. We change the project into an organization. This you. Can you do that? Can you do that?
Yes.
This yes will let me regret of not attending the other meetings. What are you going to say? Can we do that?
Yes.
Inshallah.
I don't know if they can.
That they have. By the way, you don't have any other choice but doing what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be very arrogant or dictator, but you have no other choice but to build a civilization. Don't talk about the civilization which has been built 1,000 years ago, 100 years ago, 500 years ago. Don't talk about the scientists who create this new adventure for humanity, the Muslims and the Arabs. Don't talk about them. Talk about ourselves. Objectively. 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 Alright? So after a few years, you build a more organized, because the project grew up, so you organize it, more people come, so it becomes an organization. The project and the organization are serving what? The idea. If you lose focus, you never grow. You never progress. The problem with the Muslim organization is, or the problems are, they forgot about the idea and they remember the individual. Become subjective. Oh, it is he, it is she, it is they. We cannot live without them. No, it is the idea. And the idea has to be a common property or public property. You understand? Unfortunately, in our culture, we worship the individual who started the idea. We love to develop the idea which is started by this group and respect the people, but keep developing the idea. So you can make a project, you can think, you can build an organization. Alright? Then the organization will grow. It will become an institution. I challenge any body from our culture that we have very well established institution. We can call ourselves an institution. But an institution is the development of the organization, intellectual development of the organization. It's the rise of the thinking ability of the organization. It's giving the ownership to the community, not to the jama'ah, not to the organization, not to the family, not to the group. And the organization and the institution will serve what?
The idea.
Don't ever blink when we mention the idea. You blink when you mention my name, because I'm one of the people who can get idea, good or bad. But when the good idea comes on the table, khalas, it's ours. Islam is not Quraysh property. Islam is not Hashemite property. Islam is not Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam property. Islam is global property for humanity, owned by humanity. Tawheed is owned by humanity because it's a part of nature. So the institution will serve the idea. Took about 20 years cycle. Then the institution will develop the idea into ideology. So in this 25 years time, come stand next to me please. Well, which one? Both of you. And get me another two boys. Two brothers, not boys. Any two brothers. Any two men. Okay, fine. Any two leaders. Anybody. Yeah, go on. Come on, stand here. Yeah, either one. Get me another one.
No, the brothers. Only two brothers.
Go on. No time. Go on. Brother. Go on. 2, 3. No problem. All of you. When we become leaders, everybody came to the stage. Their idea became ideology in 25 or 30 years. Everybody think about it. Becomes a part of the culture. Or the culture of change. Took about 40, 50 years. We're not here to talk about 6 months or a week, or 2 weeks, or a year. No, if you change society, you talk about decades of focusing, of delivering, and developing your idea as a community project. So people, you have no other choice. We have no other choice but having to produce a civilization. Then your culture will enable the people you are serving them to produce a civilization, and civilization will write your history for humanity. Don't ever think, any one of you, that you are here to make history. To listen to the whispers of your thoughts and to interpret the dreams that you see at night. Because history is desperately to write something about people. Otherwise his books will be empty. The pages will be empty. So you are here to deliver the action which compel history to follow you. We are here to become servant. I need it to come from your heart. Because if it comes out from your heart, that means that you believe that you would like to become a servant. Not you are saying it because I'm asking you to say it. Believe in it. The best servant of humanity is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his companions, and the prophets, and every good individual that Allah guided him or her to serve the people.